Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage in the beautiful city of Edinburgh today. The Gaslight Anthem are back on the road and the lads join me now. Hello gentlemen, how are you?
We are good.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Let's start with the obvious. Welcome back to the UK. You know, we always love to see you guys over here. Gotta be nice to be back. Not been that long since you've been away, to be fair. Like, it feels like you're really milking this moment, wanting to come back and play for the UK crowds in the best possible way.
Well, we did put out a record, so we have to.
Fair. Hey, not a complaint. Not a complaint in the slightest right there. No, I'm enjoying the fact that you are clearly enjoying the UK crowds as much as they're excited to see you back as well.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah.
It's always great to be back in the UK, and yeah, like Brian said, we have a new record, that to promote, so you need to come back to promote it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always a really nice moment to talk to artists when the record's out there. You guys have been on the road for a little minute, and it's inevitable, isn't it? You're going to discover things about those songs that you wouldn't have noticed before until they're in front of a live crowd. What's it been like actually getting those newer songs in the set and seeing which ones are going off, which moments are kicking off?
well, people have been excited about it. We've been throwing not too many, like, at the same time, but we, 5 or...
Yeah. I think finding out I Live in the Room Above Her is a really good opener.
Yeah.
That was fun to find out.
We did that a couple nights. It was good. And then I think you find out which ones people like, look online, and then you have the second sort of source of looking online, which we don't have to do, but we do have managers that do it.
Yeah, you're paying the people to check out those comments, and that's fine. That's absolutely. But I mean, I would say very, very, very positive reaction to the album online. It's been really cool because, like I say, if nothing else, people were so excited to see you back, and not just coming back to just do tour dates, which would have been exciting in the first place, but back fully active working band, putting out new music. That's got to be, just for yourselves, feel really, really great to see just how well that has been received.
Yeah, it's good, and we're putting out a new EP, comes out Friday.
Yeah,
that Butch Walker produced for us, so we're excited about that.
Man, tell me about working with Butch first of all, because I mean, legend, obviously. So that's very, very cool. That's got to be a lovely working experience.
He's like one of us, right? What do you think?
I mean, I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah, it was definitely like a like-minded people in the room kind of a thing. It was really easy to bounce ideas around. Yeah. Some
people you have to explain things like what you're trying to get to a lot, and you have to say like, well, I want it to sound kind of like this, and then they go, what? Can you play it for me? I'm not familiar with that. And then, but with Butch, it's just like, like this? And he's like, I know, like this. Because like he knows all the like punk stuff and the, he's worked with Green Day and like Pink and Tim Armstrong, we're working with Pink and all these people. And then he's worked with Frank Turner. Like he knows like the whole thing. And then he also knows like all the like rock and roll music that we grew up on, even like the Guns N' Roses and then the Pearl Jam and the Nirvana and all that stuff, and he's like, there's just no point of reference that he doesn't get, which I think is cool. And he's also hip to all the like, Thin Lizzy and the '70s stuff that we like too. So it's really, really cool to have somebody where you don't have to explain it, and they just know. That sound from the thing, and when they did the guitar, and I do, and it's this, and the cool thing is that Butch often knows how to do it.
Yeah, that's great. Proper kindred spirit, but also someone who really, really knows what they're doing from a technical standpoint as well. That's so good to see. When you can't. That's such value on those relationships. Yeah. That's going to make a lot of sense moving forward when you guys want to work with people as well. Tell me a little bit about this EP then, because a couple of tracks on there, a re-record of a fan favorite in there, like one that I know people have kind of been really calling out for, and also this Billie Eilish cover, which I guess was very unexpected, but I'm very, very intrigued to hear at the end of this week. Tell me a little bit about putting together these tracks and why these choices to go in this little EP.
Well, the blue jeans and white t-shirts we did because it was on an EP 100 years ago when we, and then it kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit. So we wanted to sort of like bring some attention to it, not to replace the old version, but just to, make it like, here's like an updated version that maybe more eyes can get on. Yeah. And then the Billie Eilish song, my kids play music for me in the car sometimes, and I let them hook up the iPad, and I'm like, all right, go play me whatever you're listening to. And my daughter played Billie Eilish, Ocean Eyes. Yeah. And I was like, wow. Most of the time I'm like, all right, this is good, it's fine. And then they play me like Juice WRLD and all this stuff, and like it's cool, it's fun, and like Blackpink and all that. Yeah. And I'm like, great, this is great. But it doesn't often stay with me. But my daughter has done that to me twice, and the first time was with Ghost from Justin Bieber.
Oh, wow.
I really stuck with it. It's actually on one of my playlists I listen to on tour. And then the second time was Ocean Eyes, and I really became like a Billie Eilish fan. And then I showed it to the guy. I was like, what do you think about this?
I mean, Billie is like big, like very, very clear. She wears her influences on her sleeves in a big way, and she absolutely clearly grew up and was indebted to a lot of the scene that you originally came out of when you guys were around the first time around. So it's no surprise you would connect to that music in a way, because I think both her and her brother would absolutely look back at that period where you guys were first kind of exploding and breaking through as very formative for them in a lot of ways. That kind of sound.
It'd be cool if they maybe they like us. Phineas, what's up? Billy,
Billy, come on. I bet on Friday there's going to be a reaction. Just you wait and see. It's going to come. It's going to come, that collab.
I mean, a lot of people are on. I was really proud. Like, I'm no, you know, I think it's just really cool that like my kids they find this stuff on their own. You know, like no one really. There's no MTV or popular, you know, they're still too young for that. So they're just finding it on their own. And they're like, you know, check this out. I like this.
That's right. Yeah. Supernatural reaction to it. That's really, really
nice. And I get super paranoid because I listen to the lyrics sometimes and I get worried. I'm oh my gosh. Okay.
Don't think too deep. Don't think too deep on it. Yeah. Something like that for sure. After this tour, coming back to the UK in the summer, which is very exciting, one of our favorite festivals, which is 2000 Trees. And like you guys... Again, it seems like one of those artists that I think people have been clamoring to headline that event for a long time because it's so your audience at that festival. Yeah. Got to be so cool to come over for an event like that I'm sure you've heard a lot about as well, but also, yeah, headlining the whole thing. That's got to be a really, really great feeling to come back and do that.
I mean, yes, absolutely. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know. It's a simple answer to that question. I agree.
It's awesome, but it's cool to like be able to be asked to headline the festival, and you know, I don't know, it just sort of gives you like a, I don't know, it feels like people are clapping for you a little bit, like the promoters are like, all right, maybe you guys will be a headlining band now, which, you know, I don't expect to be the headlining of Reading and Leeds quite yet, maybe in a few weeks, but once Billie Eilish joins us on a track.
Oh, there we go. This is going to be the bump.
It'll be, well, I mean, in my world, it would be that you heard it here first. It's going to be Billie Eilish. It's going to be Gaslight Anthem featuring Billie Eilish and James Hetfield.
Oh,
That's going to be the song.
The mix we've all been longing for and all expecting.
Yeah, and all. I mean, we just like to give our fans what they know they want.
Dude, you know I dig it. I dig it. Obvious. I think James would be into that as well. Come on, James would be well into that. Would he? Are you kidding me? I don't know, man. I think he's got a pretty diverse musical taste. I could see it.
I love it. If it's not James, we gotta call Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Oh.
If James says no, we call Dave Grohl.
Dave would definitely be into it as well. Man, let's make some things happen. Let's make some supergroups happen. I'll be into this. I'll be into this in a big way.
Let's make some supergroups happen where we definitely benefit from other people's fame.
That's the dream. That's the way you want it to happen. I want to mention as well, just announced a big US tour. And I'll tell you what, talk about a big night out there. The lineup on that. Joyce Manor, Pink Shift, and The Dirty Nil. I mean, again, that's one, if you're a fan of the Gaslight Anthem, chances are you're going to be a fan of all those bands. Like, that is a really well-curated lineup. Got to be excited to just hit the road with those kind of artists. Well, I'm sure you're a fan of the work of those guys. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're all friends of ours or we're fans of their band.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Soon to be friends.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Dirty Nil for a minute. They're great stuff.
So good.
Looks good guy.
Cool.
It's funny.
Very cool.
Joyce Manor's a great band too.
Yeah. I think Pink Shift as well is going to be really. I mean, I just love watching them slowly rise.
They went out with our buddies, Bouncing Souls, Pink Shift.
Yeah, awesome.
Just did.
Amazing. Such a great band. So exciting live to see them get out. Makes sense. Yeah, we'll fact check it probably. They've been doing a lot of touring, man. They've been a lot of touring out there. I'm sure it's all very accurate. And also, you're doing a couple more. One festival moment I did want to pick you guys out on as well, that you're going back to the US because you're going home, go to New Jersey, which is going to be great. The Boss is on the lineup. Yeah. Now, I would love to see a live performance of History Books with the man himself. Has it been discussed? Has it been discussed at all? I know obviously you guys have played together before and everything, but
it's it's not off the table. Yeah. I would say we're playing right before him. Mm-hmm. You know, he's headlining, we're sub headlining. He's managing, we're assistant managing. You know what I mean? Right there, where he's boss. We're like, assistant boss.
To the boss.
Yeah, assistant to the boss. Sorry, little Steven, you're out. It's. Yeah, I think if I'll tell you what, if there's gonna be a live performance of that, and then there's gonna be maybe any kind of thing like that, that's gonna probably be where it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would make sense, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Like, I saw that lineup, I was thought, come on, surely, if they're gonna do it for the first time, that's the moment to do it.
Now.
Oh, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. It'd be really, really nice. Something we mentioned to yourself before, actually, Brian, in one of the kind of previous chats, actually. But I'd love to get both your takes on this, because there's something in the water where you guys are from, man. Like New Jersey, I feel like that scene every few years as well. It seems to just reestablish itself as a real hub for exciting new talent, which I just think is amazing. I don't know how to analyze that. I don't know why that would be the case necessarily, but there's something about that state, man, that just keeps pushing out really anthemic, great rock music. What do you make of that? And I guess, what do you make of the kind of the very healthy state of your kind of area? It seems to keep coming back again and again.
I think there's like there's a bit, being a very densely populated area, there's like this need to get out.
Right.
I think, which I think, you know, and this is one of the ways you do that. Plus, to again, being in a densely populated area, there's a lot of bands, so to be able to stand out, you kind of do have to be a step above, you know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, maybe it's just like, just finding ways to break out in that way. I mean, I saw like Bon Jovi obviously back. I know you guys got to know them a little bit here and there, but like just funny seeing them reflect in that way. It's like, even back then, like a whole other generation of band, it's just always been this hub of amazing rock music coming out of the clubs around there. It's really cool.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Hard to analyze, but I just love seeing it. I love seeing that kind of progression and keep going. Speaking of that, I've got to ask you about what's next now, because I know when you made the big announcement you guys were coming back, you're like, we are full active band again. There's music coming. Obviously, the album's out. You're not slowing down because there's an EP just about to drop, as we've mentioned. Are you already thinking further ahead than that? What are the kind of thoughts about where we might go next with it?
Yeah, we'll probably start collecting ideas for new songs soon, and then, you know, possibly, I would say that we would take a little bit of a distance as far as, you know, if we're touring this whole year, you know, we probably won't jump right back on tour right away next year, you know. So we would give some space just so people can be like, okay, I've seen them enough, you know. And then, but that's the time, you know, we'll work probably on an album, you know. And I don't see why we wouldn't just keep going the way that we're going. Everybody's still excited and having fun, you know. And like, Butch is excited, everybody's excited. I don't know. We've been talking back and forth a lot, so who knows.
Fingers crossed. No, long may this trajectory continue. Like I say, it's really nice to see you guys back, but to see you guys excited for more new music as well. It's just really
we're
cool.
excited.
It's nice. No, it's good to see you guys revitalized and ready to go. All the best to you, gentlemen. Have a great show tonight. Scottish shows, always good, always good. Enjoy the rest of the tour, and we will catch you again at 2000 Trees, which is very, very exciting. All right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Good to see you guys. The Gaslight Anthem, everybody.